Hey, everybody, welcome back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I'm your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone. I am bringing you weekly sales solutions, sales tips, sales strategies, and a couple attitude adjustments from the 10X world of Grant Cardone. Check this out, 80% of what we do here, 100% free. And so the purpose of the podcast is to make sure that the free stuff we're putting down, you are picking up and then plugging it into your sales, your business, and your life, and you're getting some results from it. So thank you in advance for hitting that subscribe button. And if you are getting value from this, please make sure that you're sharing it out into the cyberspace so that other folks can benefit from it too. Now, today's episode, speaking of attitude adjustments, we're going to be talking about 5 attitude commitments that you need to be making every single day. But before I get started with that one, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. Today's episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast is brought to you by Grant Cardone's Cardone University coaching program. Okay? Every sports team needs a coach, right? Why wouldn't a sales team be any different? Okay? Both types of teams, they're going to need some guidance, they need strategy, they need instruction on how to work together in pursuit of the greater goal. Everything, all that comes from coaching, which you as a business owner really just don't have time for, right? 80% of the managers we talk to, like, not enough bandwidth to train, develop, coach their team the way they wish they could. Now, the Grant Cardone sales team in Miami, we have helped thousands of business owners take the individual members of their sales team and then bring them together to form a nice cohesive unit that is fully capable of and actually executing on increasing sales volume and profitability by as much as 60% in as little as 90 days. Now, that sounds like the kind of performance that you would like to see from your team and in your business. We have a free 15-minute consultation where we will show you exactly what we can do to make that happen. Pop on over to cardonesolutions.com/coaching and get on the calendar. That's cardonesolutions.com/coaching. One more time for good measure. cardonesolutions.com/coaching. Get on the calendar. Let's have a conversation. Now, speaking of attitude, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at 5 attitude commitments you need to be making every single day and potentially more than once. Okay, so just like my guy Ice Cube, right? What did he say? You got to check yourself, right? So real fast, let's do that together. Let's check ourselves as a cohesive unit on this podcast right here, right now. Scale from 1 to 10, where's your attitude at the moment? At this very moment you're listening, rate your attitude on a scale from 1 to 10. Where's it at? Is it at a 10? And if not, what do we need to do to get it to a 10? Because there is a customer approaching your business right now. There is a phone call about to take place. And that customer on the other end, they deserve nothing less than your great attitude. Are you a manager or a leader? And then somehow you think that doesn't apply to you? No. Let's get this straight, okay? Not only does the customer deserve a great attitude, so do your salespeople. Managers, your salespeople deserve the best version of you every single day too. We know what rolls downhill, right? So management, if your head is not right, there is no way your salespeople are going to have their head on right. Follow? Make sense? Okay. But look, I get it. I've been in management, okay? And I've also been crapped out, and I've also had a bad attitude before. I was just there the other day, which is the main reason I'm putting this together, okay? I had like zero desire to get on this call that I had, but I realized that the person on the other end, the person that was going to be receiving the communication from me, deserved the 110% version of David, not the 45% that I was feeling like. So how do you get back up to that 110? That's a 65% jump right there. Okay. Now, inside Cardone University and as part of our coaching program, we have specific training and courses on attitude. And it's literally the base, it's the foundation for Grant's fundamental formula for success. It's called A cubed. If you know what those 3 A's stand for, A cubed. If you know what the 3 A's are, tweet them to me at David R. Bradley. Okay. Cardone University is going to drop just a few juicy nuggets and bombs on getting your attitude right and keeping it right 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm going to give you my 5 favorite. And keep in mind, these 5 are also daily habits. Doesn't mean I get it right every day. But your motivation, your attitude, it requires fuel. Just like a car, like a human being. You need to keep the tank topped off or you're literally going to gas out and then crap out. Gas out and crap out. So here's how to keep the attitude fuel tank overflowing. Here are 5 attitude commitments for you to make every single day. Number 1, I have control over my attitude regardless of my circumstances. 2, I give 110% to my customers. 3, my attitude is a decision, not a feeling. 4, I make a decision every day, every hour, every minute to give the buyer a great attitude. 5, I commit 110% to being my best. Okay, so let's dig into these a little bit. Okay, number 1, I have control over my attitude regardless of my decisions. That's right. You're in control here. No one else has power over your attitude. Not the media, not our customers, not the weather, none of it. It's us, it's you, it's me. We have control over our attitude. Number 2, I give 110% to my customers. This is another way of stating the golden rule. When you go to buy something, let's be honest, do you really give a crap if your salesperson was running a little late this morning and didn't get their 3-pump, no-foam vanilla latte? I don't either. I'm looking to have an experience. Your clients deserve the best possible version of you. So be that. And regardless of what's going on in your world, because you have control over your attitude, you can decide to give 110% to your clients, which leads into this one, which is the number 3. My attitude, your attitude, our attitude, is a decision, not a feeling. Feelings follow the decision, period. And you don't have to believe that if you don't want to, but it's still the reality. We choose our attitude. Between stimulus and response, we're making a decision. You're even choosing right now how you feel about what I just said. 4, I make a decision every day, every hour, and every minute to give the buyer a great attitude. Now, this is a decision that will not always be easy. Simple. And in fact, there's going to be some times where that decision is going to be near impossible. Will also carry with it a very high suck factor because you may not want to give your very best to that person because they're not giving their very best to you. Okay? So as Grant puts it though, do it anyway. Part of checking yourself is to make this decision over and over and over and over again. So when you're in a situation, you may need to be making that decision every minute or every second. We've all been there. It's hard. I get it. We've also failed at this, probably more than once. I know I have. And there's a price to pay that is beyond monetary. The price is you. The price is your well-being. Number 5, last but not least, I commit to being 100% my best. Where do you come from? Like your body. It's made up of zillions of these little microscopic little cells. How do they all stay together? Like, how did that miracle that is you, how did that happen? There's only one version of you. There's only one person like you now and forever. Which then bodes the question. Not who do you want to be, but who are you being right now? The energy and the matter that made up this universe, the galaxy, the solar system, planet Earth, it is in you too. We are part of that explosion known as the Big Bang. I also nicknamed it the breath of God. You have unlimited potential. All creation starts in the mind. What you create in there is what you create out here. And that starts with you committing to working daily at being your 110% best. So now what? Now what are we going to do? Well, here's some homework for you. What if you wrote these 5 commitments out on an index card and then read them out loud every single morning? And you do them in first person. Like when you write it out exactly like this. I have control over my attitude regardless of my circumstances. I give 110% to my customers. My attitude is a decision, not a feeling. I make a decision every day, every hour, and every minute to give the buyer a great attitude. I commit 100% to being my best. What if you wrote it out like that? And then what if you said it every single morning before you started your day with passion and conviction? And then what if you put that card in your pocket and carried it around with you so you could yank it out every time you needed it and recited it again with passion and conviction. And then every time you catch yourself letting go of your great attitude, you whip that sucker out and go over them one more time. What if you repeat it right before you go to bed? Okay? Try that. Try that on like a jacket. Try it out for 21 days and see how much more in control of your attitude you become. And this has been another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. If you got some value from it, share it. Challenge for you, pop quiz. Are you going to take on the challenge I just gave you? You're going to write these 5 things down on an index card. You're going to start carrying around with you for 21 days and reciting it every single morning. And every time you have a setback right before you go to bed, you're going to do that? You can try it. You can give it a shot. Why not, right? Now, if you need more help, more inspiration, more information about getting your attitude right, head on over to cardonesolutions.com/Cardone you free. That's cardonesolutions.com/Cardone, the letter U, the word free. Hook yourself up with 14 days free access to Cardone University and really get to work on getting that attitude right. And if you got value from it, thank you in advance once again for sharing this out with other folks. I'm going to leave you with the words of Grant Cardone, which is be great, because nothing else pays. We'll see you soon.